New information from the Environmental Working Group is shedding light on just how much of the herbicide glyphosate is found in popular grains. RT's Sara Montes De Oca has that story, plus how much the EPA has changed their guidelines over time. So, Sarah, I mean, you've been following this story closely since the EWG's report and its criticism. So, what's the latest?
So, the EWG has received a lot of criticism, especially from concerned parents as well, asking, what do we do? Do we remove cereals altogether from our kids' breakfast tables? So the EWG really wants to address these concerns. The interesting part is that they mentioned that the EPA's glyphosate risk levels have changed over the years. They say the EPA's current legal limit for glyphosate on oats and many other grains is 30 parts per million, or ppm, but just a few years ago it was 300 times lower, only 0.1 parts per million. So this means that the levels have changed. We already know that glyphosate has been used since 1974. And just to kind of give you an idea, the overall amount of glyphosate being sprayed around the U.S. in pounds in 1974, it went from 1,400 to 276, 425 pounds. And that's in 2014, which is the last year we have that's been recorded. So that in agriculture alone, it went from 800 pounds to almost 250,000 pounds, which is a huge increase. To put this a little bit into perspective, the EWG mentioned the risk levels changed. So soybeans, for example, it went from 15 to about 100. And remember, this is in parts per million. And oats went from 0.1 to 30 in 2015. And in wheat, which contains grains, straw, and edible beans, that change stands out most at straw. That went from 0.1 to 100 parts per million. So glyphosate, you know, is a huge source for farmers. They heavily rely on glyphosate, and the amount that's used, like you can see, has increased because it really is a good source for them to help in the weed killer, but it's affecting our foods.
Certainly is. And you mentioned the parents, the concerned parents. What are their options going forward now? So
the EWG has said there's no need to completely remove cereals from your shelves. This is obviously a very common go-to, but they are suggesting to look for healthier options, look for organic products. Well, these organic products aren't directly sprayed, and the EWG report did test some organic cereals and oats, and while they did find traces of glyphosate, they say that those levels are far lower, so it is a healthier option for these kids. It's unfortunate that still these organic products are even getting glyphosate on them in the first place, but they are healthier options and a healthier alternative.
Wonderful to know. Thank you so much, Sara Montes De Oca. We really appreciate your insight.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.